Hi, my name is Alyssa. This is Jean Watson. Today I will be discussing Jean Watson's theory of human caring. Jean Watson was born in West Virginia in 1940. She graduated from nursing in 1961. She achieved her Bachelor of Science in Nursing in 1964, her Master's of Psychiatric and Mental Health Nursing in 1966, and her doctorate in Educational Psychology and Counseling in 1973. She has also garnered 6 honorary doctorates from a variety of international universities. Jean Watson is the founder and director of the Watson Caring Science Institute. Jean Watson developed the theory of human caring between 1975 and 1979. It is a grand nursing theory, meaning that it is a framework that defines the concepts and principles of the discipline of nursing and is widely applicable. Watson's inherent assumptions that form the backbone of the theory of human caring are as follows. Caring can be effectively demonstrated and practiced only interpersonally. Caring consists of curative factors that result in the satisfaction of certain human needs. Effective caring promotes health and individual or family growth. Caring responses accept the patient as he or she is now, as well as what he or she may become. A caring environment is one that offers the development of potential while allowing the patient to choose the best action for him or herself at a given point in time. A science of caring is complementary to the science of curing. And the practice of caring is central to nursing. With these assumptions in mind, it is clear that Watson's theory of human caring is based in interpersonal relationships. According to Watson, her theory draws from a spiritual dimension, affirming that transpersonal caring is connecting and embracing the spirit or soul of another. Now, with that background understanding of Watson's focus, I will discuss the components of the theory of human caring. It is composed of 10 caritas processes, the transpersonal caring relationship, and the caring occasion or moment. Caritas comes from the Latin word meaning to cherish and appreciate, giving special attention to or loving. The 10 curative factors are as follows. The practice of loving kindness and equanimity within the context of caring consciousness. Being authentically present and enabling and sustaining the deep belief system and subjective life world of self and the one being cared for. Cultivation of one's own spiritual practices and transpersonal self, going beyond ego self, opening to others with sensitivity and compassion. Developing and sustaining a helping, trusting, authentic, caring relationship. Being present to and supportive of the expression of positive and negative feelings as a connection with deeper spirit of self and the one being cared for. Creative use of self and all ways of knowing as part of the caring process to engage in artistry of caring healing practices. Engaging in genuine teaching learning experiences that attends to unity of being and meaning, attempting to stay within others' frames of reference. Creating a healing environment at all levels, a physical and non-physical subtle environment of energy and consciousness whereby wholeness, beauty, comfort, dignity, and peace are potentiated. Assisting with basic needs in an intentional, caring consciousness, administering human care essentials which potentiate alignment of mind, body, spirit, wholeness, and unity of being in all aspects of care, tending to both embodied spirit and evolving spiritual emergence. Opening and attending to spiritual, mysterious, and existential dimensions of one's own life-death, soul care for self, and the one being cared for. These curative factors inform this theory's identity as a caring, healing theory. The second part of the theory of human caring, the transpersonal caring relationship, appears to be a phrase specific to Watson's theory. Her definition of the concept is that transpersonal caring seeks to connect with and embrace the spirit or soul of the other through the processes of caring and healing and being in authentic relation in the moment. In his reflection on the application of Watson's theory in his practice, Bayeux stated that the transpersonal caring relationship characterizes a special kind of human care relationship, and as such, the nurse goes beyond objective assessment toward the patient's subjective and deeper meaning. The caring moment modalities are the moments where an action is taken and a choice is made by both the nurse and the other person involved in the interaction. If the caring moment is transpersonal, both participants will feel a connection with the other at the spirit level. Thus, the moment transcends time and space, opening up new possibilities for healing and human connection at a deeper level than that of physical interaction. This has been a brief summary of Watson's theory of human caring. Now I will analyze the application of this theory to my own practice in the emergency department through a hypothetical conversation with Jean Watson herself. Hi, welcome to my hypothetical lunch with Jean Watson. We would be meeting in a small, quiet local cafe to have an informal discussion on how to apply the theory of human caring to my practice in the emergency department. Please be advised, the audience, that I will be referring to my notes on my phone in this hypothetical dialogue. First, I would thank Dr. Watson for meeting with me. It would be an honor and a privilege to be able to sit down with her. In researching this theory, I have found many articles that highlight the positive nature and aspects of the theory in a wide range of applications. Sitzman noted that the theory is applicable in various contexts due to the fact that the theory is based in a primal core of love from which caring intentionally originates, and that the work transcends time, space, and proximity. My concern with implementing the theory of human caring in my practice in the emergency department is that I feel there are several barriers to overcome that are inherent to emergency nursing. For instance, interactions with a patient or family may be quite limited, depending on the role that I work that day. There are also frequent bed moves in the department and frequent staffing changes depending on the area and the time of day that the patient is in the department. There are no true routines in emergency nursing. This leads me to the question, is it possible to create a holistic healing environment in the emergency department? Per the Caritas factors and the definition of the transpersonal caring relationship, I feel that there is likely insufficient time to formulate deep relationships in the chaotic environment that is always the milieu of the ED. For example, I recently had a patient who was well known in the emerge department. Miss K has an extensive history of alcohol abuse and frequently drinks hand sanitizer. Last week, she was well established in her plan to return to a program that manages her alcoholism by giving her limited drinks throughout the day. But on this visit, she was despondent and would not speak to me in the times that I had to interact with her. I offered for social work to see her, provided her with a taxi voucher, and ensured her ability to return to the program that was managing her alcoholism. In spite of my efforts, Miss K stole 3 bottles of hand sanitizer and ended up being found unconscious in the bathroom at the convenience store across the street, and obviously returned to us and started the process again. These situations discourage me. However, it is true that transpersonal caring relationships are dynamic and require active participation by both parties. That cannot be forced. But perhaps next time there will be more opportunity with Miss K. According to Ryan, it is the living out of theory within the practice setting that is of paramount importance. Perhaps my role in implementing this theory in the ED is simply to always be open to transpersonal caring relationships and focus on every caring moment and opportunity. One instance where I was able to focus on a caring moment and opportunity recently was when I had a patient with Parkinson's and dementia who had fallen down a single step and dislocated her shoulder when her husband stepped out to do an errand while she was resting. And while the patient herself was in no distress and was very comfortable with returning to her home and the care that she currently has, her husband was absolutely distressed. He was so concerned and so guilty that he had left his wife, and for the few brief moments that he had to step out for his own health, that he was just unable to wrap his head around taking her home again. And in that moment, I was able to sit down with him and connect with him and have an authentic moment where he was able to recognize that his guilt was misplaced and that he was becoming burnt out. I was able to listen to him and to encourage him, and I was able to provide him with resources for him to be able to have respite care, so he would be able to take care of himself while also ensuring that his wife was in a safe environment. While the rationale in applying Dr. Watson's theory of transpersonal caring seems clear, there are many barriers and challenges to applying this theory in the emergency department. Ideally, for my practice, I want to be able to devote an appropriate amount of time to each patient interaction so that I can inspire, nurture, and minister to the patient and family and help to co-create a healing environment. The reality of the emergency department nursing does not always allow for that. To the best of my abilities, I want to ensure that every interaction that I have with patients and families throughout their emergency department stay is a caring moment that enhances the transpersonal caring relationship, because every individual is deserving of an authentic, respectful interaction. By focusing on each individual and having authentic interactions, I will remain open and allow for the spiritual, mysterious, and existential dimensions to be present. Thank you for watching this video on the theory of transpersonal caring and my hypothetical dialogue with Dr. Watson. I will be using the knowledge I have gained in this project to apply this theory to my practice. As stated by Ryan, the caring practice of nurses must be a discernible force within the healthcare environment in order for holistic healing of body, mind, spirit to occur.